Well, everyone, it's N7 Day, the day in which we Mass Effect geeks celebrate by doing something N70, whether that be drawing some artwork, making some music, doing live streams, doing let's plays, that kind of thing. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna sit here and talk about my favourite parts of the games. I really wish I could do something more. I wish I could do like a tribute video or a story or something a little bit better than just me talking, but I have no talent, so what can I say? But I hope you enjoy the music that's playing in the background. This is Little V's Metal Effects. This is his covers of several musics from the Mass Effect games, and hopefully you're listening to it properly. I just need to hope that I've just got a load of volume, just a little bit, because you I hear me, of course. So I've already talked about how much the Mass Effect series means to me. I'm going to say this right now, we're not going to talk about the ending, no indoctrination theory, no nothing. We're talking about why, well, I'm talking about why I love Mass Effect, and hopefully this is in a playlist and some people have submitted their videos to tell them why, what their favourite memories from Mass Effect. Now, I've already talked about how much Mass Effect means to me, how it helped me through a very difficult time in my life. But I just want to talk about some memories I've got. Some memories I've got of playing the games, having a laugh, and some of my favourite memories from characters, and even not just from the games, but from the graphic, from the comics that I've read. Unfortunately, I haven't read all of them, unfortunately, and the novels as well. So I have to think that I'm not going to mention too much about it. But yeah, I just thought I'd do that. So we'll go back. Like, what's the first memory that I think of whenever I think of Mass Effect? Now, some of you might think, oh, it's got to be the characters, it's got to be the story, it's got to be actually, no, it's actually the intro and the music. If I'm playing this right, you should be hearing the main theme from the Mass Effect, in the metal version at least. I remember that's the first thing that pops in my head, because it's a perfect theme for the series. It just suits it so fucking well, and I think it's Sam Hewlett that does that one. I could be wrong. I'm sorry, I'm horrible. I have a shit memory, but the music in it is so exceptionally well done. I absolutely love it. And just with the fact that the intro sequence it's very much that classic sci-fi thing, but just watching that, having Anderson and Rodina talk over Shepard's backstory that you chose, sort of. You chose the options that were there. And you created it, and also, me personally, I've brought my whole story from my Shepard's backstory. I have my Shepard's origin story in a way, and so does everyone else, and just thinking of my Shepard's origin story helped me decide what kind of character he was going to be. And that little intro sequence just telling you about the universe, like the little text crawl, that's fine, I don't mind that, but telling you who Shepard is, why he is such a great soldier, and why they are, I do apologize, I keep saying he, but my Shepard's a he, but why they are such a great character, and why they have been chosen to be a Spectre. Not, oh, this is just some upstart. No, he was chosen for a reason. They were chosen for a particular reason. And I gotta give credit to Keith David for reading that, and whoever voiced Adina, I do apologise. It takes me ages to learn any names. And that's the first memory that pops to mind, and I will always remember that moment when I stuck this copy in. When I opened this up, and I was like, let's take it, stick it, and see if it's okay. Like, I picked this up on a whim, by the way. I didn't pick it up because I'd heard of it. I picked it up on a fucking whim. And I put it in, and I never regretted since. And I put over fucking 200 hours into this game, by the way. I fucking loved it. But that's the first memory that pops into my head, and it's really just a testament how well that intro was portrayed. And I gotta give credit to whoever worked on that, did a fantastic job. Now, I'm going to try and think of individual characters, of course, like each party member, but I am probably going to forget some, because as I said, I have my favourites, and I will try and remember it. I'll try and think of a memory, but I'm trying to go with it off the top of my head. And the first party member that pops in my head is one that I fucking adored in the game, which is Liara T'Soni. Liara T'Soni is one of my favourite characters from the entire series. It's just, I don't know what it is about her. I think it's just the way the voice actress Ala Hill did it, and also just the way of her story is, because in a way she's a little bit different than most of her race, because most of her race go through this phase of the Asari are my favourite race, and I do love learning the bit that the Asaris have different phases in their life, and the fact that when they're in their basically what is their teenage years, which is roughly, I don't think it's like 60 to 100 and something, that's their teenage years, and she's only 109 by the end of Mass Effect 3, so she's in her teenage years, and most teenage Asari are promiscuous in their ways, I shall say. Most of them in the maiden phase, as they call it. And I love the fact that she's a little bit different and that she wanted to better herself and she loved proteins and all that crap. But the thing that I love most about the memory that pops into my head whenever I think of Liara is the Benezia scene. And if you don't know, but I don't know why you're watching this if you don't know, is if you take Liara to Noveria, where you confront Benezia, and when you talk to her there, and you take Liara there, it's a very heartbreaking scene in my opinion because you have to kill her mother while she's there. Kinda odd. And it's a good scene. I just think it shows Tessmaie how well a character is, and I love that. And also how her mother, with a little bit of help from her daughter and also Shepard, got to say at least, didn't get to say goodbye in the way that she wanted, but did at least say that. And also I love Benezia's final line that there's no light. They said there'd always be a light. Now I said I could have heard it wrong, but that's what it sounded to me. And it's a lot interesting. It's like, well, sorry, beliefs, is there a light at the end of the tunnel? That kind of thing. And after her death, you go and talk to her, and she mentions how it does hurt, but in a way it just doesn't. She has to move on. She has to keep going. There are bigger threats out there. So I like that. I really do like that scene, and it's one of my favorites of the arcs. Gotta talk about Garrus Vakarian. Gotta talk about Garrus. The memory I hold most is his intro sequence. His intro sequence from Mass Effect 2 in particular, because when I came across that scene, when we go there and we go help out Garrus, and he almost dies, basically. When that missile comes and takes him out, I have felt so much panic. Like, I felt panic. Like, I felt like I was going to lose a friend. Like, I know it's a game and he's not a real character, but I felt like I was going to lose a friend that time when he was almost dying. Like, I kind of knew that he wouldn't die, but at the same time, that panic was still there. I was like, no, Garrus, don't die, Garrus, you're awesome, you're a badass motherfucker. And I love that because it really just shows how much Shepard cares about him and how much we got to care about him. I love that. I love that scene, and also after we find out about what happened to him, the fact that he became he became Batman, basically. I fucking love Batman, so yeah, I love Garrus. I love the Archangel, if you call him that. I do love that. I do really, really enjoy that. In fact, is this playing what I think it's playing? No, it's playing the attack. I absolutely love that scene just because of how much it impacts on Anna said. I love when we find out about how I also love his loyalty mission. That's another memory that pops in my head when you have to talk to Garrus and say, look, Garrus, you're doing the wrong thing here. This is not you. Like, he got lost, and thanks to Shepard, he got back. I really, really love those two scenes in particular. Those are the two memories I hold most because of the fact that I felt true panic, and also I cared enough that I didn't want to see Garrus go down a path that he would regret. I absolutely love that memory, and that memory will always be a special one to me. Ashley Williams. I'll admit, Ashley's not my favourite character. I personally think she's a good character. She isn't awful. In my opinion, there are no awful characters in Mass Effect, in my opinion. Awful as in, like, awful characters, stereotypical, that kind. There are none of them, in my opinion. I absolutely love the memory that I hold dear with Ashley is Mass Effect 1 when you go and talk to her about her family. When you find out that due to her last name, and it's a move that her grandfather made before she even was fucking born, blacklisted her entire family on the military, and the fact that she never gives up on it. She wants to prove that the Williams are a great fighters. They are alliance through and through. And all because of a mistake her grandfather made, which in my opinion isn't even a mistake. He was in a no-one fucking scenario, and he was thinking about the lives of his people. The people under his command, and he basically says, right, you know what, screw it, we surrender. If you promise not to kill us, we surrender. He was thinking, like, that battle marked her entire family. And hearing about her dad as well, where her dad basically fought as much as her, and didn't even get anywhere in the military as he wanted to. But yet she proved she brought honour back to her family name in a way. The fact that she became a Spectre, she became one of the brasses and one of the Alliance's top soldiers, all because of the help of Shepard as well, and to basically prove that her family was worth something. But I love also the way she talks about her sisters and talks about how her sister. I remember the one in which she talks about her sister, how her sister's boyfriend, tried to force it on her, and she eventually decked him on the fucking ground and near enough kicked his fucking arse. I love that. That's a memory I always hold because I just love that conversation with her. Kaidan Alenko. I really don't have much to say. I know it's kind of sad. Kaidan never survived past Mass Effect 1 with me in any of my playthroughs. But the memory that I like about him most is when he was talking about, when he was at Jump Zero. When he was talking about how he basically, like, he killed a fucking Turian because the Turian was a dick. And I like the fact that the way he talked about it, I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy the fact that that's a memory I hold dear. But I don't remember a lot about Kaidan, unfortunately, because I didn't play through him with Mass Effect 2 and 3, but I definitely still think he's a good character. Who else? I'm thinking of, well, we can't forget about Tali. My favourite Tali memory is, without a doubt, Rannoch. I fucking love the ending to that mission with Tali, especially if you've romanced her, which I did. Legion's death, which is, I'll get to Legion in a minute. But looking over that view with Tali, I will always cherish that view because it was beautiful. The place doesn't fucking exist, but it was fucking beautiful. And I will always spare that because my Shepard was romancing Tali, and that's a romantic scene that he will never forget. And I absolutely love that, with just the way that she wants to see that view with her own two eyes. Not through a mask, with her own two eyes. I would have loved to see her face then, but that's another thing. But I will always remember that memory because it's just so awesome with the fact that from the start, from Mass Effect 1, she talks about how she would love to reclaim her home world. And in Mass Effect 3, we finally do that. We finally help her get her home world back, and we help her see her homeworld. I love that memory. That memory is always something I will always love because of just how fucking awesome it was. I love that fucking scene. I fucking love it, and it will always be in here. I absolutely love it. And my Shepard, one of my favorite scenes. One of my favorite scenes. I'm trying to think of make sure I'm not forgetting anyone. I'm forgetting a few. I know that much. We can't forget fucking Rex. We can't forget the badass motherfucking Rex. My favourite scene of Rex's is when I go to Tuchanka in Mass Effect 2 and I walk into that room and I see Rex sitting on a throne. I fucking love that. Because of Mass Effect 1, where Rex basically wants something better for his people and he fucking delivers it. He makes people realise that the Krogan aren't just a bunch of brutes, even though they kind of are. But he's sitting on that throne and he's the head. He's the boss. He is not a dictator. He's the boss. He's there for a reason. He earned that. And when my Shepard just walks up there, he's like, well done, Rex, you fucking asshole. You fucking did it. No, not in those words. I'd love to have heard Shepard say that though, by the way. I fucking love that scene. And it's just, in my opinion, one of the best things I ever saw when I played Mass Effect 2. Because just seeing Rex there is oh fucking it's awesome. I love it. And just because, just like, I guess you can't come with us, Rex. Wish I could. I gotta take care of a lot of things here. I can't do a Rex, sorry, but that's my favourite Rex moment and my favourite Rex memory. I fucking love that. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget people. Samara. Mass Effect 3, Ardat Yakshi Temple. The ending to that. I love that scene. That is my favourite Samara memory. Because it shows something of Samara that she doesn't show often. That she is a mother. And that she cares. I love that scene. When she's willing to kill herself just so that she doesn't have to do what a Justicar's duty is to stop Ardat Yakshis, whatever. And just that moment when she's willing to kill herself for her daughter, after she's kind of nearly watched her first daughter die, I think that is my favourite Samara memory because it just shows that she got into the Justice Cause for a reason. And she couldn't keep to that reason. The fact that she loved her daughter so much that she was willing to take her own life and let her daughter have what resemblance of a normal life she could have. And Max Shepard stopped her, of course. She didn't die. She had fucking committed suicide. I'm not letting Samara die on like that. Samara is not dying like that. She's not dying at all if I could fucking hand up. But I love that scene just because it shows a little bit of Samara that we don't get to see that often. And I really do love that and just well performed. I gotta give credit to the voice actors. I just think it's absolutely superb. And in my opinion, if they were to make a Mass Effect movie and base it on the games, if that scene wasn't in it, I'd be very disappointed. In fact, if all the scenes I mentioned weren't, I'd be fucking disappointed. But I'll get to the Mass Effect movie another time. But that's my favourite Samara memory. I absolutely fucking love that. What else? Grunt. How could I forget Grunt? Grunt. Legacy. Okeer. Grunt. It'll do. It has no meaning. I thought that line, but fucking Grunt is awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I really can't think of. I love a lot of Grunt. I love a lot of Grunt stuff. I'm trying to think of one memory, but it's really hard. I think it has to be when. I think this is when it is. It's when Grunt goes up against an entire horde of fucking Rachni in Mass Effect 3. Now, I think it goes like this, if memory serves me. It could be Mass Effect 2, but I'm pretty sure it's Mass Effect 3. I don't need luck, I got ammo. I don't need luck, I got ammo. It's a badass action movie quote. I fucking love it. And it just shows that Grunt is like, Shepard, I may not fucking agree with you, but fuck it, I'm gonna do this. Fucking love it. And when I thought he died, I honestly thought he died. I was like, no, Grunt, Grunt! And he lives. He just crawls out of there and he's like, fucking one, bitch. You ain't leaving me behind, Shepard. Fuck you, asshole. I fucking love that. That's my favourite Grunt memory because it's just so fucking badass. Jacob Taylor, in all honesty, I don't have a favourite memory of his because I didn't use him that much. I must admit, the only memory that pops to head is when he's confronting his father. I absolutely love that. I love that scene. It just shows that his father was like, he can be a better man than his father. I don't have much to say on Jacob Taylor. He's not my favourite character. He's still a good character, but I don't have much to say on him. Miranda Lawson, Miss Perfect. All I gotta say is my favourite fucking thing about her, and no, it's not her ass. It's this. Consider this my resignation. Fucking love that scene. Fucking love it. Just to the fact that she was pro-Cerberus all the way, but it took Shepard to change that, and she's willing to just say, fuck that, resignation, bitch, to the elusive man. Fucking love that scene. That is one of my favourite ones from Miranda Lawson. I also have to say that I absolutely love her loyalty mission when at the very end of it, when you have to convince her to go and say hi to her sister. I love that scene because it just shows that you've helped her through so much and you're willing to say, look, just go say hi to your sister. Go say hi here. It's the least you can do. I think that's an amazing scene in my opinion because it really just shows just the subtlety of the language and the way that it's almost like I think she did cry at one point. I'm pretty sure she did. When she just walks to go and say hi to her sister, and then you find out that she's got to talk to her, got to learn some things about her. I absolutely love that. Those are my two favourite Miranda memories that popped in my mind. What else? Kasumi Gato. Really, all my favourite memories of her being a creepy bitch. Literally, and my favourite bit, I just love that she's very happy about who she is. I love that about it, and I think probably my favourite memories from the party and the Citadel DLC, where she's just like being a creepy little bitch and just gone, hey, nice underwear by the way. I don't know what it is, I just like her for that. Like, she's after every secret you can imagine. She also hits on fucking James Vega like nobody's fucking business. Hurry up and just sleep with him for fuck's sake. And I really do like that. I really do like the fact that she always just sitting in his back while he's doing the push-ups. I really do like that. I do enjoy that very, very much. That's probably my favourite Kasumi memory. Zaid Masani, rest in peace, the voice actor, whose name I can't fucking remember, is very tricky. But I have to say, I think probably my favourite memory from him is... I think, if memory serves me, I'm trying to remember, is it has... It basically has to be when I'm like, you know what, Zayed, you're kind of a loose cannon, I might just have to leave you here to die. That's his lower mission, by the way. I always do the Paragon option, and I fucking love it because he's just like, Zayed, my fucking ship, my fucking rules, deal with the bitch. And just the way he goes, fine, I'll fucking accept it. I'll play along, but after this mission's done, I'm going after that bastard. I like that scene. I like that scene. There's not a lot of memories of it consuming Zayed, I do apologise, but I do love the characters. They are probably some of my favourites. How can I forget Thane Krios? My favourite memory from Thane Krios is, it kind of has to be, it's two scenes. Reconnecting him to his son and his death scene, like in the hospital. Those two scenes, I cried. I cried. I'm tearing up just thinking about them. The first one, when he's reconnecting with his son, I wanted to make sure that he did that. I did everything in my power to make sure he did that, and I succeeded. Just for the fact that his son was willing to was almost going to throw his life away because he hated his dad. And you can't really blame him. Thane didn't exactly do a good job after his wife died. And Colliet blames him, and I can't blame him for what he did. But at the same time, I didn't want to risk him ruining his life. And then that scene when he's reconnecting with him, I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourite scenes. And then there's a death scene when he's in the hospital. I love that scene for the fact that it's just an amazing send-off to a character. Like, I would have loved to have Thane in the final fight against the Reapers. I would have. But we kind of knew he wasn't going to make it with his disease. Like, no matter how many campaigning we do, we knew he wasn't going to make it. He was going to die. And just being there and listening to what he had to say, him just basically thanking you for giving him the chance to get to Colliet. It's just such a beautiful scene. I don't think I can say any words to describe it. And I think that's all I'm going to say on it because it's an absolute beautiful scene. It's one of my favourite memories from Mass Effect in the entire series anyway. I absolutely love it for that reason. And another favourite memory is when I finally fucking got up to be with Kai Lang and fucking Omni-Blade him in the gut and was like, this is for Thane, fucker! Kah! I love that scene. That's another favourite memory. Because Kai Lang's a dick. I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anyone. I'm probably going to say this right now. I didn't use James Vega that much, but I will say this. One of my favourite scenes of James Vega is when he gets his N7 tattoo. Because I like him. I like Vega. He's not my favourite character, but I think that scene's very well done. That's my favourite memory because it just shows that my Shepard again was like, I don't like it too much, but I'll take you under my wing and teach you the ropes and train them to be an N7 fighter. And I like that. I like some of the meaning behind Vega. Like I said, maybe I need to listen to him a bit more, but overall, that's my favourite Vega memory, just off the top bat. I'm not going to say much on it, I'm not a big fan of Vega. No. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anyone. I'm mainly going with party members. There are other memories I'm going to say quickly. I'm trying to think of, make sure I'm not forgetting any party members. Kasumi, Zayed, Liara, Grunt, Rex, Garrus, Tali, Liara. I've already said Liara. Try to Mass Effect 3. Was there anyone there I forget? I think that's everyone. Mordin! How the fuck could I forget Mordin? God damn it, how the fuck did I forget Mordin Solus? The fuck it hard. Tricky as hell. Tricky as fucking hell. I have to say my favourite scene of his is his death scene when he's going to release the Genophage. I absolutely love that scene. I think that scene is very well done. I cried at that as well. I know two of my favourite memories are death scenes. What can I say? I'm a sucker for those ones. I absolutely love that scene just because it shows that as his life work basically, he helped make the Genophage, and his life work now was to fix it, and he fixed it. It's an amazing send-off. I absolutely fucking love that send-off. And I think he couldn't have gone a better way. And then, of course, my other favourite scene is, I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I study species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subject to biology, which I also know is abridged to atotology. My xenoscience... Fuck, I can't believe I fucking forgot the words. Fuck, I'll finish after this. From urban to agrarian, I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I forgot most of the word, but I had to do that part. I think that's probably everyone's favourite memory just because of how fucking weird Mordin is in a way. Like, the fact that he's done so fucking much in such a short lifespan that he thinks so fast, does things fast. He's tried everything. He loves culture, he loves art, he loves science, he loves that. He'll never kill people with medicine. He'll kill them with other stuff, but he'll never kill them with medicine. Those are my two favourite Mordin scenes. I'm trying to make sure, I'm only going with part memories. I'll try and think of other memories. I'm trying to think of other memories. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna forget this. My favourite Joker memory. Why? Oh, Edie! How the fuck did I forget Edie? Edie. Favourite Edie moment. Favourite Edie moment. Too many to pick from, but my favourite memory is kind of my Shepherd hooking him up with hooking Edie and Joker up. Kind of a weird relationship, but I think I just love the fact how Edie is just so try to understand it calculately and mentally, not try to calculate it. And it doesn't work like that. And eventually they do hook up, and I really like that. I really do like that little scene when I'm getting my Shepherd and I'm getting like, Edie, you maybe have been created in a laboratory, but you know what? I don't care. You're part of my crew. You want to get with Joker? I'll help you get with Joker. Don't know how it's gonna work otherwise, but I'll hook you up. I like that. I really do like that. I just love the hooking up. I just think it's cool. But my favourite Joker memory is actually not in the games. It's actually from this comic. It's a free comic book. I don't know if you know where you can get it now, but this is basically like Joker's origin story. Like, it tells you how. I don't know if this is canon. I'm pretty sure it kind of has to be canon in my opinion, because basically what happens. The Alliance were not originally going to give Joker the pilot for the Normandy. So what did he do to prove them wrong? Let me find the page. He fucking hijacks the ship, the Normandy, and flies circles around the so-called Alliance's top fucking pilots. He flies circles around them and proves he stole the fucking Normandy. He stole the goddamn Normandy, and he fucking proved that he earned that title. And in all honesty, he got the job because of a Turian. And look at his face there. He's got his job because of a fucking Turian. He stole the Normandy and he got a job. He got to be the Normandy pilot because he fucking stole it. I fucking love. That's my favourite Joker memory. It may not be in the games. My Shepherd may not have been there, but I fucking love that memory. I love the fact that that's what we got with Joker's story. I absolutely fucking love that. Kicks ass. I'm saying that right now. Kicks ass. If you want me to say one from the game, it's really tricky. Favourite Joker memory. I can't really think. That's my favourite. That story there with his memory. That's my favourite one. But from the game, I think it's going to have to be probably. I don't know. I can't think of one. I honestly can't think of any memory besides that one that I absolutely love that much. I honestly can't. It's really hard. I think it has to be when Joker showed up at in Mass Effect 2. After you get the Normandy base, just when you get the Normandy, I think that's probably going to be my favorite because I'm like, Joker! Because Joker's there, and he's like, fuck yeah, Joker. I love that. I just love this little introduction. I kind of like that. I wasn't expecting him. I really wasn't. That was cool as shit. I'm trying to think of. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, what about Anderson? What about other characters? I was concentrating most of those are the memories that popped to my head. If you want Anderson, it has to be when he fucking punched Udina. Like when he fucking right hooked Udina. That's my favorite memory of Anderson because he's just like, fuck you, Udina, boom! I fucking love that, and I hated Udina, and I did not regret shooting him. Not regret shooting him. Deserve to die. I loved it. I absolutely loved it when he fucking right hooked him. Also, the little talk he has with Shepard at the end of the game. As I say, that's just memories off the top of my head. I could probably go on for another hour thinking of memories that just popped in my head. I probably forgot someone. I'm trying to make sure I don't, but I probably have. Jack! Oh, Jack! How could I forget Jack? How could I forget the fucking awesome Subject Zero? My favourite memory of hers. Ugh. As I'm going with my Shepard's memory, by the way. I think it has to be her intro sequence when she just starts busting out of the fucking manacles from the prison and just destroys everything. I fucking love that. And also in the break, in her little cot area where she talks about her past, and I can't remember the guy's name, but she does talk about someone who was very close to her and even in a way loved her, but she left him to die basically. And she didn't believe him. Like, you could see a little tear coming from her eye, I think, if memory serves me. That is probably one of my favourites because it shows that a little bit of weakness in her, but not even a weakness, a little bit of a strength in her, that she isn't all, oh, I'm badass bitch and I don't have feelings, that kind of thing. She does have feelings, and but it's just her personality. She doesn't let them out. I like that. That's probably my favourite scene. You can probably tell with what memories I mentioned, who are my favourite characters and all that crap, but as I say, there are just so many memories that my memory's so shit that I probably can't remember them all. But I just love that. I just love my memories. I will always cherish what these games gave me, what these games here gave me. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. With ending aside, anything I've said negative about them, I will always hold these games precious to my heart. And I just wanted to share this on N7 Now, I don't know if I'll do it next year for N7 but I wanted to at least share it. With the books as well, I didn't get a chance to talk about them, but I've reviewed them in the past. But the books as well are really good, except for the last one, don't get that. And the art book, of course, is right fucking there, by which is any Mass Effect fan has to own the art book. But I just want to say that I show my N7 pride here by saying that those memories I've mentioned, I cherish those memories as much as I cherish real life memories. I know that's weird to say, but it's just the fact that I grew so connected to the characters of the Mass Effect series that they mean so much to me. And Mass Effect has brought me quite a lot of things in my life, not just memories, but friends. I have some awesome friends now. I have friends like GamerMD83, Alex the Hundred, and Ability Drain, Lady Insanity, and a whole others who I'm probably forgetting because I'm horrible with names. And also Mass Effect in a way has brought me this channel, because this channel probably would not be where it is today if it was not for the Mass Effect community, the Mass Effect dev team who have actually watched my videos, which I hope sorry. And I don't think there's anything else I could say. The fact that means a lot to me. The fact that Mass Effect has brought so much joy to my life that I show my N7 pride here. I should probably bust that out actually. I don't have velvet or anything. I don't have any Velcro or anything I can use, unfortunately. So hopefully this sticks. It's a stick. Some of it's gonna stick. There we go. It's the best I'm gonna get. Straight up. I've no Velcro and I haven't stuck on any shirts yet. I really need to. I want to be an N7, so that's what I have to do. I show my N7 pride over my heart. And it always will be. Mass Effect will always have a special place in my heart. And I cannot thank the BioWare team and the BioWare community enough for giving me so much joy in my life. And I hold memories from Mass Effect as much as I cherish them, as much as I cherish ones in real life. I don't think I can say them enough and say thank you enough, and I will probably do something. Hopefully I can do something better for N7 Day next year, but all I can say is that I absolutely will always cherish the Mass Effect series, ending aside, and I do hope that this series does continue, and with or without Shepard, because there's so much to the Mass Effect universe that I could do, but I cherish the Mass Effect universe very dear. The Mass Effect universe is my Star Wars, so fuck you Star Wars, Mass Effect's better. Bring on the Hales. I love the series. But to me, I think I read a quote ages ago that the Mass Effect series is the Star Trek and Star Wars of this generation, and I think that quote speaks volumes and is 100% true. We had Star Wars one generation had Star Wars, one generation had Star Trek, and that generation is still continuing, by the way. This generation has Mass Effect. And I'm proud to be part of that generation. This generation is the generation of Mass Effect people. That's all I've got to say about that. And all I can say is thank you so much, BioWare. Thank you so much to the voice actors, the cast, the crew, whoever else worked on Mass Effect, to Drew Karpyshyn, the writers. Drew Karpyshyn is the only writer I know off the top of my head. I do apologize because his name's right there, by the way. Any other writers who worked on Mass Effect, just laugh. Any other writers who worked on Mass Effect, stay on. Not staying on. It's upside down, it's not a bitch. I was hoping to get some Velcro or something, I didn't have any, unfortunately. This isn't sticking, but I will have today. I hold my N7 pride here, and I always will hold it. N7 Day will always be a day that I will celebrate Mass Effect in some way, shape, or form, because it does mean so much to me. It's a very special day to me, and I hope that it's just as special to me as it is to. I hope it's just as special to you as it is to me with this series. So N7 Pride will always be N7 Day. I'll always show my N7 Pride that day in any way, shape, or form. So thank you for anyone who's stuck around for the full 35 minutes that I talked to you. I hope that I didn't bore you and bore you to shit. But I needed to share my N7 Pride. And if any BioWare devs are watching this, I do apologise. I do apologise you had to sit through it. But thank you so much for everything you've given me. Whether it be you've given me the joy of Mass Effect, and I can only hope that you'll continue to do that in the future. Ending aside. Thank you so much. I show my N7 Pride. Proud, and I will always hold it near and dear to my heart, and I will celebrate N7 Day every goddamn year for the rest of my life. So thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I'm Scottish Warrior, N7. I'll see you all later. And I should go.